shift your thoughts throughout the day. Y'all know I love talking about this stuff because I've lived it. I'm living it. I've had to work on changing the way I look at things. I've had to change the way that I go about my day from day to day, right? We talk about ways to cope. What works, what doesn't work, get it out of there if it's not working, right? But today I want to go over, I found this cool list. It's called, y'all know I've been following this guy, Mark Chernoff, Chernoff. Hey, Crystal, I just mentioned you, Crystal. But he has a page called Mark and Angel Hack Life online, and I follow him quite a bit, so a lot of his stuff pops up. And I saw this list, y'all, this morning, and I was like, you know what? I'm gonna share it with the live today. So welcome in, hit the like button, guys, if you don't mind, or share the video on your Facebook pages if you don't mind. Get some more people. Hey, Pastor, welcome in. Happy Thursday. So this list, guys, painfully obvious truths about life that everyone forgets too soon. Number one, the average human life is relatively short, right? We know that. Make sure I got the time right. Live life today. Y'all know I lost my mom in 2023, right? She went on to glory, but it was like, boom, slap in the face. Like we all, whenever you lose someone, whenever something tragic happens, you're alerted to that, right? Life is relatively short. So we need to start living today, right? What's your excuse if you're waiting until tomorrow? Right, you guys? Number two on this list of painfully obvious truths about life that we find out too soon or we forget too soon. Number two, guys, to a great extent, you live the life you create for yourself. Haven't we been talking about that? To a great extent, you live the life that you create for yourself. So make sure your life aligns with your own intuition and desires, right? How often are we talking about the influence of others, deprogramming, all the stuff that we've learned or carried around our lives, and we're like, wait a minute. I mean, I don't know about y'all, but I'm 46 now, right? I'm looking at life like, wait a minute, hold up, wait a minute, right? So creating the life I want to live means I've had to deprogram a lot of stuff, y'all. Number three, oh, I like this quote too, y'all, that I found with number two. This quote says, it's always better to be at the bottom of the ladder that you want to climb versus being at the top of one that you don't. I kind of love that quote, y'all. Think about what that means. It is always better to be at the bottom of the ladder that you want to climb than to be at the top of one that you don't, right? So basically saying, hey, I've worked my butt off, or I've gotten to this level and I don't even want to be here. That was my situation, I think, in pharmaceuticals, right? I was a great sales rep, y'all, but it wasn't my passion. I was doing it to pay the bills. Thank you, Pastor. I do too. I love it. But y'all was doing that to pay the bills, right? I was making sure that I could provide for my son. Again, right, Taya? Doing the things that I thought, here are the ways to make it in society. I wasn't tapping into what my heart desired, though. What's really going to make you happy, Dana? You don't even know at this point because you're still chasing these accolades and dreams and achievements, right? So now that I've slowed my life down tremendously, I can look at being at the bottom rung of this ladder right now, y'all, as I'm climbing this ladder of life coaching, full-time writer and author, right? I'm taking my time in a way that, thank God, I'm able to, right? I'm not rushing through life anymore. So what are the areas in your life where you're like, you know what, it's okay to start here. I don't have to keep doing these things that don't fulfill me, right, y'all? Number three, and then part of that too, y'all, again, by creating the life that we want, it has to include reoccurring or recurring habits and choices, right? Doesn't that make sense? When we talk about, okay, what are my coping skills? What am I reaching for, Crystal? Right? I got to put things in place that work for me. So these recurring habits and choices are what create the life that I'm living, right? Here's my diet. This is my lifestyle. Here are my choices when it comes to the people I hang out. Here's what my circle looks like. Here's where I fellowship. Here's what I read each day. Here's what I listen to on the blah, blah, blah. This is what feeds my spirit. These are the habits and choices that create the life I want. If they're things that are detrimental to me, guess what? They're going to affect my life versus create the life I want. A lot of times we'll find ourselves saying, I'm just trying to get back to me. I'm just trying to get back to myself, right? I don't know if any of you guys can relate to any of what I'm saying, but that truly